Friday, September 22nd, 2023, 9 a.m. The Black Sea Fleet headquarters in Sevastopol, Crimea, a symbol of Russian naval power for over 2 centuries. A fortress considered safe behind layers of air defenses, radar, and patrol boats. But on this morning, a new sound echoed from the sea. Not the roar of a jet engine, but the quiet electric hum of an approaching swarm. Within minutes, the heart of Russian command and control in the Black Sea was engulfed in a fireball, sending a plume of black smoke visible for miles. This was not a missile strike. This was something new. This was the moment Ukraine's secret sea drone fleet proved it could not just harass the Russian Navy, it could decapitate it. To understand the magnitude of this strike, one must understand Sevastopol. Since the days of the Russian Empire, this port city has been the strategic linchpin of Moscow's power projection into the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. The Black Sea Fleet HQ is more than just a building. It is the brain. It houses the command staff, the intelligence cells, the communications hubs, and the operational planners who direct every Russian warship, submarine, and aircraft in the region. For Ukraine, after the 2014 annexation, retaking Crimea became a national obsession. But with no means to launch a conventional amphibious assault, they had to think differently. They had to wage a war of attrition, not with soldiers, but with silicon and steel. From secret locations, a small team of engineers and naval specialists began work on their great equalizer, a fleet of unmanned explosive-laden surface vessels. The world got a glimpse with the early attacks on the Kerch Bridge and port facilities, but these were probing strikes. The HQ in Sevastopol was the ultimate prize. The operation to strike the HQ was a masterpiece of modern asymmetric planning. It relied on 3 key elements: the weapon, the intelligence, and the timing. The weapon was the latest iteration of the Sea Baby naval drone. Larger, more stable, and carrying a warhead estimated at over 500 kilograms, it was designed not just to damage, but to destroy hardened targets. It was stealthy, with a low radar signature, and guided by a combination of inertial navigation and real-time satellite video feed. Intelligence was everything. Ukrainian intelligence, likely with partisan support, would have needed to map the HQ's vulnerabilities, study patrol routes in the bay, and identify the precise point of impact for maximum effect. They weren't just launching at a building, they were targeting a specific wing of the building. The attack itself was a multi-pronged assault designed to overwhelm and confuse.
Attack. Russian air defenses were suddenly forced to look up as a wave of cheap, noisy decoys filled the skies. In that moment of chaos, the real threat came from the water. One, then another Sea Baby slipped through the defensive gauntlet. The first drone struck a part of the headquarters complex. The second, in a perfectly timed follow-up, struck the main building itself. The resulting explosions were catastrophic. The footage, captured by terrified civilians, showed a massive fire raging from the central roof. The very seat of Russian naval authority in the region was physically burning. The psychological impact was immediate. The illusion of safety in Sevastopol was shattered. If the HQ wasn't safe, nowhere was.